And welcome inside Delaware Live Sports. Nick Alessandrini, Mike Lang, Jason Winchell, the big three back for Diamond State action. As we're just wrapping up opening ceremonies here just about a half hour ago, and now on our way to our second matchup of the day. And we've got two more on the slate for you as we wrap up day one here on Monday, but a lot of basketball the rest of the way to go as I welcome in Mike Lang. And Mike, we got a great one earlier between DMA and Cesar Rodney, and that should follow suit here between Caravel and Haverford. Should be a great game on number two here at the Diamond State.
Yeah, I look forward to this one. Obviously, Nick, we're real familiar with Caravel, being the Delaware guys that we are, and we get to see the preseason player of the year, India Johnston. I just talked to India before the games. They're excited to be here. India, is trying to make me feel good. They're excited to be on 302. That's what India said.
Well, they love it. It's
and
time
then
to get ready.
Haverford, we've seen them, I think, at the Diamond State in the past. Obviously the players change. Oh, let's go to Caravel with their starters. And they're traditionally a pretty good program out of Delaware County, Pennsylvania, right up around your Ardmore and Villanova and Arbroath, right in that area.
Yeah.
Pretty good, pretty fertile basketball territory up there. So I'm looking forward to seeing the Fords out of Haverford.
Yeah, the Fords coming in at 2-1 on the season, coming off a win over Upper Darby, in which they won by 34 points on the road. That was back on Thursday, December 16th. This is their first action since December 16th, so a little bit of a layoff for the Fords, and they will be taking on a team, Mike, as you mentioned, that we've known pretty well. That's the Caravel Buccaneers, who come in with a record of 4-2, and their last game was that big win they had on December 21st over Cape Henlopen in a big DIAA matchup.
Yeah, when we think of Caravel, you think a lot of points, with India and, Amaya Johnson. Taylor Wilkins back this year after an injury last year, a real big pickup for them. But they held Cape to 30 points in that game, Nick.
Yeah.
And that's a high-scoring Cape team with Julia Salor and Morgan Mahoney. So great job defensively. Kristen Caldwell, the coach, been there a long time. She played at Caravel. She's been a coach there forever. That's got to make a coach feel good. And, I know that they are not going to embarrass themselves ever. They're a quality team, and they're going to represent Delaware well. And I think Haverford's going to be a real good test for them. I did mention, I saw in the program, I don't know how many of them are here, but Haverford has 3 girls listed at 6'1".
Wow.
I just don't know who's here.
Yeah, exactly, and that's going to be a struggle for anybody broadcasting any games on the East Coast, the West Coast, you name it, here at this little winter break that we have. Again, a lot of stuff being shuffled here now with the times that we are in, but we're almost set to get basketball underway here at the Diamond State Classic. Game number 2 of today. You got 2 more the rest of the way, and Jay and Mike will bring you a great one to round out the night tonight. But again, should be a good one between Haverford and Caravel.
Nick, they do have a pair, 2 sisters here, Caroline Dotsey and I think Ryan Dotsey, both listed at 6'1", number 15 and number 25. Those 2 are definitely here. And then the other one, I don't know if she's here, number 33, Molly Carpenter. Do not see her on the bench. So one of the 6-footers is not here, but they do have the Dotsey sisters. So they will have some height, Caravel will, to contend with. So it should be a good test for the Bucks. They're going to be in the road maroon uniforms, and Haverford here in the white with the Kansas City Chiefs colors, the red and gold. It's a good look.
And again, Haverford led by head coach Lauren Pelican. And, of course, Kristen Caldwell, as you alluded to already, Mike. And, again, was out there this summer coaching the District Canal Little League team to Little League World Series here in the East Regional, I believe, and almost made it there, just about one or 2 games away. So she can coach almost anything. This is her Caravel Buccaneers program that we talked about a little bit so far here. They've been spectacular in years prior. It seems like yesterday we were doing one of their championship games at the Bob Carpenter Center.
Yeah, there's Kristen right on your screen. And you mentioned baseball. Nick, obviously she was a varsity baseball player, and I don't want to say a good one, an outstanding baseball player in high school for Caravel Academy. She played softball at Delaware. She played basketball at Delaware. She's in the Delaware Sports Hall of Fame. Just outstanding athlete, coach, and person. Kristen Caldwell, we are underway. It's all about the players tonight, though. And Nick Alessandrini ready to bring you play-by-play.
Mike, we should have a good one here between Haverford and Caravel. Let's get it started here for the Fords. That's number 3, Sky Newman. Now over to number 4, Anaya Eberhardt. as we try to get you some of the rosters here. There's Dotsy. And both of them are going to be on the floor together, as you talked about, Mike. Now they're going to try to feed the high post. Good defense underneath by the Buccaneers, able to get a turnover here early.
And I'm glad you got the play-by-play with the Dotsy sisters, because, you know, we did it before with the Collages and every other pair of sisters who've ever played here in Delaware. We have messed them up, and I'm sure I would do the same thing.
Here we go now. First look at the Caravel Buccaneers on the offensive side of things here as Johnson hands it now up top on the floor one more time.
Not afraid to shoot from distance. Price, Johnson, Johnston. That's a carry on. Is that Josiah Crawford?
Yes,
Another
it
one
is,
who's
Mike.
not afraid to launch. They will score some points.
And like, you don't even need rosters. You got it down
Oh,
already.
there's Caravel kids. We've been watching
Yeah.
for a long time.
Again, almost a minute into quarter number one, Diamond State Classic game number 2. It's Haverford, the Fords, against the Buccaneers of Caravel. They get it down low. Kick to the outside. That's going to be a baseline jumper up for Caroline Dotsy. Wouldn't go. Rebound, though, to Molly Carpenter.
Oh, Carpenter is here. I didn't see her first time I looked at the teams. I didn't see a 33, but there she is. Looks like 8 players in the house for the Fords.
Yep, she's a 6-footer.
So all 3 of them are here. And
How
there's a
about
bucket.
that jumper? Caroline Dotsy, the 6'2 junior, getting the scoring started for the Fords here. That one from just inside the free throw line.
Good job there. We finally get some offense on the board. Here's India Johnston, number 20. And those of us familiar with Delaware basketball know India is the preseason player of the year. We'll be heading to Towson next year. Outstanding all-around player who can do a lot of things with the basketball, and you're going to see most of it starting right there.
Gave her space. She's going to launch the 3. Shooter's
Oh,
roll.
almost.
Almost had it, hung around the rim. Crawford able to pull away the rebound. She thought about a quick corner 3,
She
but will
did.
pass it back up to Johnston, who will step into a mid-range jumper. Not shy here early. That one off the back end of the rim.
So the first 2 no good for India, but she'll get hers.
Now they'll work it to the baseline. It's Ryan Dotsy. He'll hand it back up top of the key to Sky Newman as they work it around the perimeter. Dotsy on the baseline now. It's Carpenter. One more. This time it's Ryan Dotsy. Her mid-range jumper no good. Carpenter, though, right there for the offensive rebound and the putback.
See the height already paying dividends for the Fords.
4-0 here early. 5:34 first quarter action as Crawford on the right wing. Off the screen, now gets it down low. That shot at the paint is up and good. That's Taylor Wilkins able to finish underneath.
Wilkins, we mentioned, coming off an injury from last year. Coach Caldwell really glad to have Taylor back, and it's good to see her healthy and playing basketball. But that gives him a presence inside.
Yeah, some pressure there, but able to find Dotsy underneath, and a hand on it down low was Amaya Johnson. I believe it's going to be a shooting foul here with 5:10 to go in the first quarter as Dotsy will head to the line.
Which dot? This is Caroline, right?
Yep, Caroline Dotsy, correct. And Ryan Dotsy, as we mentioned, number 25 to her left. There is the first free throw for Caroline Dotsy off the mark.
Nick, we want to mention real quick, after the game, we're going to name our player of the game. Mike Lang shows his sprinting skills by running to get that player, and we will bring her up for an interview after the game. So look forward to that. We had Maya Hill in game 1.
That's right, and what a performance it was for the freshman from DMA. Wilkins' left-hand layup wouldn't go, and then a tie-up underneath between her and Carpenter. And again, 0 for 2 from the line for Caroline Dotsy on the other end.
Foul on Taylor Wilkins. They got a little wrapped up, and
Yeah, they got just tangled up there.
Taylor just took her down.
So now a little bit of
team
that
fouls.
token pressure, Mike, that we tend to see sometimes out of Caravel here as they're going to try to trap. And able to break it for the second are the Fords. Get it to the corner. Sky Newman thought about it. And he'll pass up on it. Now Dotsy establishing herself down low, gets the entry feed, and lays it right in.
Caroline Dotsy really making her presence felt.
A cutting Amaya Johnson. Kick back up top now. They'll work it back to the corner. Johnson wants 3, short. And into the hands of the Fords.
That was a tough shot with a hand in her face.
Here's Eberhard. Here comes the trap. Able to get it to Ryan Dotsy. And a good passing by the Fords and good defense by the Buccaneers. And lofted up ahead, stolen right back by Sky Newman. Carpenter bounce pass to Eberhard, who feeds Caroline Dotsy one-on-one with Wilkins. Good defense by Wilkins underneath.
Taylor Wilkins, a good job getting a hand up, going straight up, not leaning into the shooter and getting the block.
In the corner, that's going to be a 3. That's long for Josiah Crawford. And now quickly goes Eberhard. 3-on-2 for the Fords. Euro step inside. They're going to call it on the floor. Or no, excuse me, maybe an extra step in there.
They did call her for traveling. We're going to have Nick Schuyler Salvo checks in, transfer from Padua, did not play last year, so she's back after a year off from basketball. Schuyler Salvo playing her senior year for the Caravel Buccaneers and has been a good addition for Coach Caldwell and the Bucks.
Here's Johnson, going to put it on the floor. Stepping into a mid-range jumper, that one off the mark. Salvo trying to fight for the rebound, ends up in the hands of Carpenter. And here quickly comes Sky Newman, one-on-one off the glass, too long, rebound to Salvo.
Yeah, a little bit out of control. Maybe should have just pulled up and waited for her teammates. The Caravel right now just can't get anything to go.
Yeah, Crawford stepping into that one in transition off the mark. And now here come the Fords once again. 3:13 remaining, opening quarter, a 6-2 lead for the home team, which today is Haverford.
We're not that far from Haverford.
Here's Dotson, nice feed down low to Carpenter, but too much juice on it. Stolen by Salvo, right back by Eberhardt. And she's able to save it into Dotson. And smart job here to reset the offense. Things were a little wacky. And now they're working around the perimeter.
I think players were waiting for a whistle, and the referees looked at him and said, ball's in play.
Yeah, and Mike, now we're seeing a different look, a zone look here out of Caravel. Little 2-1-2 as Eberhardt shot off the mark. Rebound Sky Newman. Her floater in the paint wouldn't go. India Johnson able to get it, and she's going to quickly put it on the floor.
She may not give it up here. Oh, she does. And
finds
nice
Crawford in the corner. Was a good pass off the mark, though, and Mike Caravel struggling to shoot here early in the first quarter.
Those are kind of things, though. They kind of turn themselves around. As long as the shots are good shots, you don't mind the players taking them. We're going to have a jump ball here.
Yeah, Eberhardt shot short, and yeah, we're seeing
Caravel,
both teams struggling to find their range here early in this one. 6-2 still, 2:11 remaining, opening quarter.
But thanks, Dave. Thank you, everybody, for joining us tonight here on Delaware Live, powered by 302. And, Nick, we're happy to be back at the Diamond State for I don't know how many years now we've been doing this, but it's a lot, and it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it took last year off, obviously, as did everyone.
Everybody did.
Not
by choice.
Everyone. Yeah, exactly right. We would have been right back here, but obviously things had to be postponed due to the pandemic, and hopefully everyone's able to stay healthy through the holidays. That's what we want to see, as Johnston in the mid-range will kick to the corner, and now a whistle as Anaya Price.
Big Carpenter got her.
Yeah, I believe going to get called. Are the Fords on the floor here? So Mike, 1:47 still remaining, just a 6-2 ball game early, and we talked about it in the pregame show. Both of these teams with a little layoffs here coming into tonight. Shorter one for the Bucks, but both teams going with 5 or more days here without a basketball game.
Yeah, and we know how rusty we get. We're just calling the game, right? So you imagine these kids,
you
know, they're happy to be out there. I know it's their holiday break as well, but they're doing what they love to do, which is play basketball. And Nick, there's your three-pointer for India Johnston, and I think we're going to have a delayed game warning.
Yeah, you got it, Mike, and we're going to see how long it was before Johnson knocks down her first jumper. She knocks down that one, and that's from beyond the arc. 6-5 now. 1:32 and ticking here at the Diamond State Classic at the beautiful Techno High School now. New location, but same great tournament as they work it around the corner. Newman now for Haverford. Cross court over to Eberhardt. As the Fords looking to find a shot here. Trying to get it down low. Stepping in front of it is Wilkins, and another tie-up. Great defense from number 1 underneath yet again.
Stay with the Fords. A good job by Taylor Wilkins. And we want to thank the folks here at the Diamond State for the hospitality that they showed us. And Jason and I were able to go get a little bit of dinner.
Oh, yeah.
And, Nick, I know you're going to be hitting that at some point.
Absolutely. Don't.
We have a foul, I believe, on set number 4.
That'll be Riley Pinato.
Riley Pinato, I believe, is their goalkeeper for soccer and field hockey, if I'm not mistaken.
Gotta love the two-sport athletes here as they try to double up Carpenter down low. Still able to get it on the inbound and still muscles up for 2. They were ready for it, trying to pull the double team, but Carpenter able to get it to go anyway.
Yep. Caravel, as mentioned, has a lot of two-sport athletes. Not a very big school.
That's right,
and,
yeah.
You see these kids at a lot of different games.
And again, Caravel having one of the most successful, athletic seasons all around. You mentioned how small the school was. Still impressive in a lot of sports over there. As here's Johnson on the drive. Too strong on that one. But we talked a little bit about the football team, able to get the 4th seed in this year's Class 2A tournament. And the wrestling team, spectacular here
Soccer.
in the winter.
Boys
Soccer
and girls
state
soccer, but
champions.
Yeah, boys are state champs.
That three is off the mark from the corner. Hustling it, though, is Dotsy.
steal.
And then stealing right back, you said it, by India Johnston. She doesn't have numbers, but she's going to go baseline anyway, and that time they get her with a carry. And they've caught a few of those here so far, Mike. And, yeah, they're a few. We've seen a few of them here early in quarter number one.
Yeah, I guess you're going to have to get used to what's being called and adjust accordingly, that's all.
And sometimes it's just a little hezzy, that's all. A little hesitation that can look like a carry, and sometimes it is.
Nick, this is Maura Darty checking in for the Fords, number 1. Back there with number 4, and that's Anaya Everhart in your backcourt. And then they got the trees up front.
Yeah, they get it down low to Caroline Dotsy, and she's been good. And a nice post move there on the block. Extends this lead. 1 second, fired up at the buzzer, almost went. And after 1 quarter of play, game number 2 from Tatnall High School, the Diamond State Classic, a 10-5 lead for Haverford over Caravel after 1. We're going to take a break. When we come back, quarter number 2 from Tatnall High School.
Actually trained in the current state-of-the-art techniques. We serve as team physician and orthopedic consultant for over 20 high schools, Wilmington University, and many local recreational and competitive leagues. Our doctors are readily available to the local emergency departments as well as medical aid units and urgent care centers for consultation and treatment. Call for an appointment today or visit us at firststateortho.com. First State Orthopedic statewide has 29 physicians at 16 locations. Our physicians and staff provide both non-surgical as well as surgical treatment for almost all orthopedic conditions and injuries. We are specially trained in the current state-of-the-art techniques. We serve as team physician and orthopedic consultant for over 20 high schools, Wilmington University, and many local.
And welcome back inside Delaware Live Sports. Nick Alessandrini alongside Mike Lang and Jason Winchell. We are here for Diamond State Classic action, game number 2 of a 3-game slate here on opening Monday. We'll be at the Viking Invitational tomorrow, as well as back here at the Diamond State Classic. And game number 2 here between the Caravel Bucks and Haverford Fords. And Mike, a pretty good first quarter, a 10-5 lead for the home team, but they're visiting, and that's Haverford.
Yeah, Nick, we mentioned during the break, all 10 of their points coming inside from Carpenter or Caroline Dotsy. Caravel got the 3-pointer from India Johnston. I thought she was going to take a runner there. She has a really good runner. That was Salvo, almost got that one to go in, but offensive rebound for Wilkins.
That shot's going to be a 3-ball off the mark again, and Dotsy with another rebound. Shots just not falling here early for Caravel, as Haverford's done most of their work underneath on the block and in the post. As they work it around, back to Caroline Dotsy. She'll put it on the floor, fade away. Good defense underneath by Taylor Wilkins, able to block it into the hands of her teammate. Now here's Crawford. Spins past the defender, layup though a little bit short.
I think Coach Caldwell was telling her, use the glass.
Caravel now going to sit back into their defensive look. Kicked up top.
Caravel's getting looks, Nick. Like you said, they're just not falling. And you know, Caroline Dotsy is just, she's having her way underneath.
Yeah,
she's going to get 2 free throws here. Between her and Carpenter, they're really getting some good looks.
And again, that's been the theme so far offensively for the Fords here, is get the ball to the post and let them go to work or just crash the offensive glasses. It was a big first half for Molly Carpenter, the 6-foot junior, and then Caroline Dotsy, the 6'2" junior, also having a great first half here as we're just at the start of the second quarter. And now Carpenter will check back in here.
That foul's on Skylar Salvo, by the way, team's 4th. Just 1 foul on the Fords.
1 of 2 from the line for Caroline Dotsy. Now to Maya Johnson. Kick to the corner to Salvo. She's going to go baseline. As again, Bucks just looking to find their rhythm. Guy, like you said, Mike, getting some good shots. Just need to see some go through.
Yeah, need a little confidence booster here, and once 1 or 2 go through, they'll be okay. And they have the players that can hit them.
And on cue, you said it, Mike. There she is, number 14, Skylar Salvo. Missed the last one on the previous possession, able to knock down that 3-ball.
Salvo, but this gives them another weapon that they maybe didn't need, but I'm sure Coach Caldwell will take.
Cross court now.
Speaking of multiple sport athletes, you'll see Skylar playing soccer for the Bucks, a really good soccer program.
They get it to Carpenter. That time it was Amaya Johnson who gambled on the steal attempt.
But they're going to have to figure out a way to stop these players inside. Dotsy and Carpenter just having their way inside, scoring all the points.
Here's Johnston. Nice hop step in the lane off the glass for two. An easy two for number 20 in maroon. 13-10, back to a one-possession game. 5:52 and ticking. And again, India Johnson doing a great job of letting the game come to her. And as I say that, doing it on the defensive end. Steal and two more.
Good job by India Johnson to anticipate the pass there from Haverford and step in. 4 straight for India, 3-pointer for Salvo, and Caravel trails by just a point.
13-12, 5.5 minutes remaining. Opening half and an extra step that time for Sky Newman. And the last minute or so has been all Caravel here, or as you can say, all India Johnston as well. And Salvo knocking down the 3 ball. So 7 straight points for the Caravel Bucks. And they'll look to keep that rolling here as we have a mask update and a mask check.
And it's funny because in the first game we didn't have any.
Yeah, that's right. They must have just done a good job of it.
They were great players from DMA and Cesar Rodney, obviously used to wearing the mask.
And I'll tell you what, Taylor Wilkins, the senior, has been very impressive here early for Caravel, doing it in the beginning on the defensive side. Now that time making a move offensively, getting to the bucket and laying it in. 14-13, Caravel has taken the lead now over Haverford.
And you're still there for Amaya Johnson, but goes off her and out of bounds.
India Johnson almost poked it away from Eberhardt.
She's just too good defensively to do that. And maybe Haverford, not playing Caravel on a regular basis, maybe not aware, but there's not many secrets in high school sports anymore.
Here's McKenna Walsh long on her 3 attempt. Her first shot of the ball game into the hands of Amaya Johnson. And here come the Bucks, almost lost it. Able to re-corral it. Now she'll go baseline to Wilkins. Stutters, dribble, move to Salvo. They'll work it around the perimeter. Leads to an India Johnston 3 halfway down. But there is, guess who? Taylor Wilkins. Count it. And the foul.
Wilkins, great job on the follow. She's going to get an and one opportunity here. But Taylor Wilkins been right just what the doctor ordered for the Buccaneers. Not sure who the foul was called on, but it's the second team foul. That's on number 4.
That might be 9 or 11 straight.
Anaya Eberhardt.
For the Caravel Bucks. And that's a big run as Wilkins completes the old-fashioned 3-point play. And now a 17-13 lead here. 4:30 remaining in our opening half. It's the Diamond State Classic. Game number 2, Haverford and Caravel. Here's Ryan Dotsy. Pass is stolen by India Johnson, her 3rd steal of the first half.
Too good defensively. She anticipates well and turns it into points.
Good job of getting in the paint that time. Floater just off the mark. And still a 2-possession game, 4-point lead for the Bucks. There's Carpenter, one more to Dotsy. Dotsy shot as long as she tried to go off the glass. Little Tim Duncan there. Just too much on it. Wilkins will drop it back to Amaya Johnson, who steps into a 3. Short off the front end of the rim is Caroline Dotsy. Going to get that rebound. Eberhardt, one kick to the corner. That's Newman for 3. This one off the mark as well. Offensive rebound to Dotsy. Her layup is short, but able to get it right back, and that one long. Carpenter comes out with it, kicks over to Eberhardt. Her shot's off the mark. Caravel going to have to come up with a rebound, and they do with Amaya Johnson, who throws it right back to Carpenter.
Now the shot's not going the other way, and we're going to have
a timeout. And you were right. That was, maybe a sloppy series of events there for both teams. Clock stopped now for the moment at 3:30. 17-13 lead for Caravel, who scored about 10 straight points in this one. And you mentioned it, just some sloppy shots there on the offensive end for Haverford. 2 open looks that time for Caroline Dotsy. Couldn't get them to fall. And we got a good job there by Coach Pelicane, wanting to talk this one over, settle her girls down a little bit here as Caravel on a big run the last minute or so.
Yeah, in the second quarter, which is now a quick-moving second quarter, 3.5 to go, 12-3. Caravel has outscored them in this quarter. India Johnson with the defense kind of setting the tone there, but they're getting contributions from Taylor Wilkins. Has been outstanding tonight.
Yes, she has.
And Skylar Salvo has added a little punch off the bench for them, and the usuals Johnson, Johnson, and along with Johnston.
Yeah.
And they haven't really, you haven't heard too much of the other two out there, and Anaya Price and Josiah Crawford, and those two also will make some noise for Caravel. And there's a shot that did not go in. That was Maddie Williams.
Anaya Price gets the rebound shot, still not falling out of the timeout. That drive and foul. So 2 free throws coming up for Anaya Price, the sophomore guard.
Of course, she heard us say that we haven't heard anything yet about those two, and Anaya said, "Oh yeah, well, let me tell you something, 302. I will not be ignored."
Breaking news, 49ers quarterback Jimmy Garoppolo suffered a chip bone and torn ligament in his right thumb. His status is in doubt for this weekend as that first free throw is off the mark for Anaya Price.
That's a good thing he's not scheduled to play in the Diamond State Classic.
that's very true. Couldn't go. Couldn't give it a go.
No. The 49ers, I don't even know what their record is this year.
What are they now? 8-7?
So in playoff contention?
Yeah, they're right at the bottom of that playoff hunt. They need to win these next couple. As Price is shot off the mark, 3:19, and Mike, that lid on both of these hoops continues for Haverford, and Caravel unable to hit the free throws that time.
Yeah, and I'm sure that's something Coach Caldwell is making mental notes about, as we have a little nickel and dimer, as Jason likes to call it.
Our first one. And again, that one's going to go against India Johnson. I believe that's her first. It is. So 3:05 remaining. First half action, 17-13 as Caravel has scored the last 10 or 11. Here in the ball game, trying to feed it to Caroline Dotsey down low. A little shuffle of the feet, and I believe they called her, and they did. A travel there for Caroline Dotsey down low. She's seen a lot of success there in the first half, unable to get anything going there.
Yeah, and maybe the Bucks made some adjustments to try to keep her away from the basket. Her shot's not falling. They did fall in the first quarter, and this has kind of been the game of Mo. And right now, it's all Caravel's Mo.
Yeah, you said it. Here's Price around the screen from Pinato, and now it's Wilkins. Bounce pass to Johnston. A little hesitation as Crawford now going to put it on the floor. As they'll work it around here are the Bucks. Into the paint goes Price. Floater is short off the front end of the rim. And here comes Newman. 2.5 minutes to go. First half action. Good defense by India Johnson, able to kick back to Carpenter. And again, Carpenter's had most of their offensive success, and the other right there is Caroline Dotsey off a beautiful pass by Eberhardt.
Great look. Sucked everybody in from Caravel and left Dotsey all alone for the bucket.
Dotsey started off hot, a little slow the last few minutes. We'll see if that gets her back on track. What a Euro step inside from Price, and Dotsey going to do it on the defensive side, sends that one back.
I think Coach Pelican wanted a Euro walk on that one.
It was a slow Euro step. 2:02 remaining, 17-15 now, 2-point ball game. Here's Price to Johnston. Carpenter, he has Carpenter on her. Going to step into a mid-range jumper short, and like the matchup, but Carpenter tough to elevate and get that shot off over.
Yeah, India does not need much room to get her shot off. We've seen that. She's got a very fast shot, and like I said, she doesn't need a lot of room. She doesn't need to elevate, but I think just with Carpenter, that's just still too much height for India Johnston.
Carpenter and Dotsey, you said it earlier, Mike, both of them 6 foot or taller. And then you throw in as well Ryan Dotsey, she's 6 foot. So right now the forwards are playing with 3 6-footers on the floor as they try to get it down sister to sister. Ryan to Caroline, but couldn't handle it. Out of bounds it goes.
She needed to be 6'2" on that one instead of 6'1", and may have helped out.
So Carpenter and the Dotsey sisters coming in at over 6 feet tall. They're out there, and then you got the backcourt of Eberhardt and Newman.
And they have done all of the scoring. Caroline Dotsey and Molly Carpenter have scored every one of the 15 points for Haverford.
Working it around the perimeter. Here goes Crawford to Wilkins. Going to try to take Caroline Dotsey. Bounce pass to the corner. Good defense here by the forwards. Nowhere to go. Crawford spin move, going to go off the glass. A pretty move from Josiah Crawford.
It was a matter of time before Josiah Crawford made her presence known. Oops, got to get down the other end here.
Quickly, a whistle and a foul as Ryan Dotsey went up for it that time. So I believe she's going to earn herself some free throws. I believe this one will go against number 3, Anaya Price, I believe. I don't know. They'll go against Riley Pinato, her second. So 19 to 15, under a minute to go here. First free throw for Ryan Dotsey is up and in.
Like it when the bigs hit their free throws. Show everybody how it's done.
Yeah, you got to.
And a little substitution.
And Pinato will head out. In comes Amaya Johnson. As Dotsey lines up free throw number 2. Up and good. 2-2 from the line for Ryan Dotsey.
Good looking free throw like Nick Alessandrini used to shoot him.
Oh, yeah.
For, who's that, Holy Angels, St. John the Beloved?
Back in the day. As that 3 is good. That is Anaya Price back for Christ the Teacher, Catholic school.
Oh, okay.
Before it was St. Matt's. Back in the day as India Johnson once again wants another steal here in the first half. Almost came up with it. Clock stopped now at 39 and a half, 22-17 after the Price jumper.
Of course, Nick never got to play in the new gym over there at Christ the Teacher, did you?
No, we weren't even allowed to have our home games there because the court wasn't regulation.
You go out of bounds, you're in the wall.
Yup. So that shot floater no good for Eberhardt. Right there for the putback was Caroline Dotsey. So still a one possession ball game as we wind down the first half, 22-19. Johnston going to step into a 3. She has space, short. Rebound Caroline Dotsey, and now quickly up ahead are the Fords. Eberhardt with 15, back to Riley Dotson. Now it's Caroline. 12 seconds for Dotsey to work with. Finds some room in the paint. Shot wouldn't go. Second chance, though, is up and in. 6 seconds to work with for Caravel. Fords, Johnson's going to have to get it and go. 2, going to step. That's a deep 3 at the buzzer. Off the backboard, off the rim. A little Gordon Hayward to it, but won't fall in a 22-21 first half. That ends with the Caravel Bucks up by 1 over the Haverford Fords.
Another close half. We had the first game, Nick, I think you got to figure out a way to control those bigs a little bit.
Yeah,
They
tough.
started to have some success there at the end, especially that Caroline Dotsey. But overall, I thought Caravel did a good job. They were anticipating well. The shots started to fall a little bit. If you're Haverford, maybe you got to get those guards involved somewhat and maybe get some shots so Caravel can't rely or can't bank on the bigs doing all the work for the Fords.
Yeah, both teams going to make some adjustments. Can't wait to see what the results are here in half number 2. We're going to take a break here at the half, and we'll come back with second half action, some first half stats right here on Delaware Live Sports.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Sodell Concepts. Today we're at Thompson Island Brewing Company in Rehoboth Beach, Delaware. Come check us out. Located in the Rehoboth Gateway next to Blue Coast Rehoboth, Thompson Island will follow the Sodell tradition of serving beautiful, simple food that will pair perfectly with our fresh homemade beer. Thompson Island is a perfect place to have dinner with your family, enjoy happy hour with friends at the bar, or spend a day in the beer garden playing bocce ball and ping pong. Thompson Island Brewing Company in Rehoboth Beach, Delaware, open 7 days a week. See you soon. Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Sodell Concepts. Today we're at Lupo Italian Kitchen in downtown Rehoboth Beach. Come check us out. Located inside the Hotel Rehoboth, Lupo serves coastal Italian cuisine with fresh pasta made in-house daily. Lupo features plenty of unique craft cocktails and an extensive award-winning all-Italian wine list. Popular dishes include lobster bucatini, veal meatballs, grilled swordfish, and eggplant parmesan. Lupo Italian Kitchen on Rehoboth Avenue, serving happy hour daily and dinner 7 days a week. See you soon.
Welcome to Premier Physical Therapy and Sports Performance. We're a locally owned outpatient physical therapy practice with convenient locations in all 3 counties in Delaware. At Premier, we have experienced physical therapists with advanced credentials, but their hospitality, passion, and enthusiasm is what makes the difference for you. Find our convenient locations at premierptsp.com.
You may have tried physical therapy,
But have you tried Premier?
How you doing? My name's Mike Cassidy. I'm the founder and president of Cassidy Painting. I started back in 1984, incorporated in 1986. I never had the word no in my vocabulary. When someone called me to do a job, I always said yes, whether it was a struggle, whether it was 7 days a week, sun up to sundown, it didn't matter. And with that philosophy, we were able to grow to the size we are. We employ close to 80 individuals.
We really enjoy being in the family business. I look forward to coming to work every day. and it's so nice to work with the people that we work with in the office.
And Cassidy Painting is a very diversified company. We don't say no to anything. We deal with everything from epoxy floors to painting buildings to spray foam insulation, spray fireproofing. If it deals with a coating, we can handle it. So when our customers call and they're under the gun and they know the need to get a job done, they know who to call because we perform. We've always been performed. We've never been replaced out of 37 years of business. For any of your painting needs, we can handle it.
We all know that choosing the right company for home preservation can be challenging. Your home is your castle, and only the best and most trusted will work, right? Of course. So why is Ace Handyman Services different and the right choice? We take great pride in our easy, no-hassle scheduling and communication process. You call, we answer, and we listen. Or take advantage of online booking 24/7. Once we understand your home needs, we schedule a craftsman to arrive at a convenient time for you. You then receive a pre-call the night before from your craftsman. On my way text notification so you know when to expect your craftsman to arrive. Regular updates on the progress of your job. Even follow-up prior to any warranty expiration dates. Easy, convenient, no surprises, ever. Our commitment is to treat your home, your family, your time, and your privacy with respect. Rest assured, you are always our top priority. Our multi-skilled craftsmen will complete the work on your home in a workmanlike manner. If we don't, we'll come back to make it right. It's what we do and have been since 1998. Simply put, we're different. Ace Handyman Services, bringing helpful to your home.
Get the assurance that your HVAC system is what you need with Ambience. Ambience provides you with over 25 years of experience in the heating, cooling, and plumbing industry. The team at Ambience Heating and Air Conditioning provides high-quality residential HVAC installations, maintenance, and repairs in new and older homes in the Delaware, Maryland, Pennsylvania tri-state area. You may not realize it, but half of your energy costs go to heating and cooling. Make sure your energy dollars count and call us today for a free estimate. 302-239-HVAC. 302-239-4822.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Soto Concepts. Today we're at Blue Coast Seafood Grill and Raw Bar in Rehoboth Beach, Delaware. Come check us out. Located in the Rehoboth Gateway, Blue Coast features indoor and outdoor dining and serves beautiful, simple food that highlights the flavors of Southern Delaware. With chef-inspired daily specials, an award-winning wine list, and an extensive list of craft cocktails and local beer, Blue Coast is the perfect spot for a night out. Blue Coast Seafood Grill in Rehoboth Beach, Delaware, open 7 days a week year-round for lunch and dinner. See you soon.
High school athletics is not what it used to be. The sporting goods industry has been disrupted, adding to coach and athletic director daily challenges. BSN Sports stands ready to change the fundamentals of our industry, giving our customers the advantages they need right now. Your dedicated local sales pro is supported with nationwide team service, including sport and category experts. Get the look of D1 colleges and pro teams with our program that streamlines ordering your staff apparel, player gear, and fanwear. Stretch your budget with our fundraising solution. Free and ready in minutes. Our campus branding products are perfect for boosting school and team pride. BSN Sports has the advantages you need right now.
First State Orthopedic statewide has 29 physicians at 16 locations. Our physicians and staff provide both non-surgical as well as surgical treatment for almost all orthopedic conditions and injuries. We are specially trained in the current state-of-the-art techniques. We serve as team physician and orthopedic consultant for over 20 high schools, Wilmington University, and many local recreational and competitive leagues. Our doctors are readily available to the local emergency departments as well as medical aid units and urgent care centers for consultation and treatment. Call for an appointment today or visit us at firststateortho.com.
Whether you're planning to buy a home in 3 months, 6 months, or even a year, let me walk you through the process from start to finish and get your questions answered. I'm a DHSA lender with down payment assistance programs or grant money. I can help those with less than perfect credit or those working on their credit. I'm also local and always have been. So call 302-563-5599 or visit bryans.loans.com when you are ready to get started on your road to homeownership.
Hi, it's Scott and Lauren from Caravel Concepts.
And today we're at Catch 54 in Fenwick Island, Delaware. Catch 54 is committed to serving beautiful, simple coastal cuisine overlooking the bay. House favorites include signature crab cakes, shrimp and grits, our famous 54 burger, all accompanied by a wine spectator wine list and a great selection of craft ales and cocktails. Catch 54 offers delicious nightly specials, award-winning waterfront dining views, and the best happy hour in town.
Catch 54 in Fenwick Island, Delaware, open 7 days a week.
See you soon.
Your home, your community. It's not just where you live, it's where you belong. At Dover Federal Credit Union, we understand what it means to be local. We started here, and we're not going anywhere. We're as local as it gets, and we like it that way. We're not just a financial institution, we are the local credit union that you can trust. Local people, local decisions. Dover Federal Credit Union.
At Ferris Home Improvements, your family's comfort and safety is always our top priority.
If you call us for your roofing, windows and doors, siding, decks, kitchen, and bathroom needs, you can expect health screen craftsmen who wear gloves and face masks and follow minimum 6-foot distancing, virtual conferences to discuss project details, job quotes delivered electronically or brought to your door for your review and approval, and our showrooms in Newark and Rehoboth Beach remain open for limited appointments.
We're here together.
Operating with precautions.
To protect our staff.
And our customers.
And welcome back inside Delaware Live Sports. Nick Alessandrini alongside Mike Lang and Jason Winchell. We are here at game number 2 at the Diamond State Classic, and it is a great – we've had a few great ones already. DMA and Cesar Rodney down to the wire there in our opening matchup at 3:30. And now game number 2, Mike, a phenomenal matchup between Caravel and out-of-state Haverford. A one-point ball game, 22-21. How are those first half stats looking, Mike Lang?
Well, my book is apparently off a little bit, as usual. They didn't write the point totals in. Taylor Wilkins with 7 points. It looks like 3 for Amaya Price and 7 for India Johnston. 3 for Salvo, 2 for Crawford. We'll see if we can get Haverford. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 15 for Caroline Dotsey.
Wow.
And it says just like 4 for Molly Carpenter. I must have gotten something wrong there, as usual.
Yeah, that is incorrect. And I can go ahead out on a limb and say that's wrong. As that 3 is off the mark and caught. And here comes.
Oh, yeah, we're checking stats here, Nick. We forgot we actually have to put the camera on things.
Yeah, we're back. No points here yet in the third quarter. As we have a drive that time from Amaya Johnson. And she'll head to the free throw line with a chance to score the first points of half number 2.
The official book has 15 for Caroline Dotsey, 2 for Ryan Dotsey, and 4 for Molly Carpenter. I have 13 for Caroline, 6 for Molly Carpenter, and 2 for Ryan Dotsey. It adds up to 21, though.
I think you're right, Mike. And clock stopped that first free throw off the mark. One more for Amaya Johnson, the junior guard for the Caravel Buccaneers. Long. And Taylor Wilkins able to get the offensive rebound. Her layup, though, too strong. And again, should be a great second half. It was a close one throughout the entire first half.
Had a chance to talk to Kelly Callahan, one of the officials and one of the board members for the Diamond State came up to visit us. Who made that bucket?
Ryan,
Ryan,
Caroline Dotsey.
So thanks to Kelly
with her
and,
15th point now.
For everything that her and the board is doing for us, Nick, and coming up to make sure we have everything we need.
Absolutely. I mean, they are the best, and we love to be here. As that drive for India Johnson, she was fouled. Layup almost went, so Caravel now down one after the jumper by Caroline Dotsey. 23-22 lead for Haverford, and chance for India Johnston to get it back for Caravel here at the line.
Everybody got real quiet. She got the bounce.
Got it to go. Ties it up here at 23.
I have now 8 for India. Make it 9. The leading scorer for the Buccaneers. No surprise there, huh?
Yeah, she's looking good as always here early in this one. We're into second half action. Here's Newman, and again, you can tell the intensity defensively for Caravel's picked up here in the second half as Caroline Dotsey can't run that one.
But, hey, the 8 players they have are playing pretty darn well, so
yes,
this has been a very competitive game. Caravel looks like they have just about a full bench over there. How about that move?
Inside, up and in. Anaya Price, the sophomore, adding to her total. I believe she's got 5 now. And then Johnson trying to steal it quickly in the backcourt, unable to do so. But Caravel, again, like we talked about, picking up the intensity here to begin half number 2.
And just watching our YouTube feed over here, and she had that stuck that right hand in there and almost got to it.
Special thanks to all those tuning in here. Diamond State Classic action on your holiday. As we're almost into 2022.
Almost.
Want to go out to 21-21 with a bang here at the Diamond State and Viking Invitational. So it's going to be some great games as these teams round out the beginning of their seasons.
Yeah, Nick, maybe we can get a stoppage of play. We'll let people know once we figure out the schedule for tomorrow, what we're going to be seeing tomorrow from the Viking Invitational. If you got traveling, do not count that bucket.
Yeah, Everhart got free underneath. An extra step in there, though.
And this has been, just to, as Kelly was telling us, and Dennis Lazier here, and the folks over at the Viking, and I'm sure it's Slam Dunk. Doing a schedule has been an adventure the last couple of weeks with teams coming and going. They deserve a lot of credit for getting everybody here when they're supposed to be here.
Here's Wilkins, goes baseline. Good defense from Carpenter, leads to a Johnson 3, long off the mark for Amaya Johnson. Everhart trying to feed Caroline Dotsey in transition, a little bit too out in front of her.
And we've seen several passes that are going overheads. Maybe we don't know who's missing for Haverford. Maybe some of the chemistry is just not there. If you just have players who aren't used to getting that kind of PT, we don't know which players are missing for Haverford.
Yeah, we'll see if they're at home watching this one.
Nick, another game just added to the Diamond State schedule. We just found out at halftime. Concord. We'll be here on Thursday night. They're going to play Ursuline Academy. So it's Raiders and Raiders on Thursday night.
How about that? Crawford's 3 off the mark, able to get her own rebound. The follow, though, won't fall. And 26-23, still a 3-point lead for Caravel here as we tick under 5 minutes in the third. Ryan Dotsey over to the corner. And another travel. Again, this time it was Newman. And again, this backcourt, the ball handlers for Haverford, again, being called with a few walks and turnovers here in this one. And
yeah, they've done okay underneath, but they've had some struggles in the backcourt. So we don't know who's missing for Haverford. Maybe that's playing a role here. There's India Johnston from Caravel.
Here's Price on the drive. Johnson now, and then stolen right back by India Johnson, her third or fourth steal of the night. And there you go. Oh, couldn't finish it, though. Would have been a top 10 play to Josiah Crawford.
The teacher.
Dotsey now down low in the baseline to Caroline. Gets it to Carpenter. She's been effective that time, just too strong. And there's the battle underneath, and that's where Haverford's going to have most of their success. Ryan Dotsey on the offensive glass and up and in.
Back to a 1-point
send, foul on the floor with 3:51 remaining in the third.
Next up, I believe we have the Tatnall School here tonight. And they're going to be, who are they playing? I have a schedule here somewhere. Driving the lane.
How about
going to count if it goes.
Oh, yeah, another one. She's been impressive, Mike. I'll tell you, Taylor Wilkins.
Hang on, I got the schedule here somewhere. Got it right up on the screen. It's going to be Tatnall and Plymouth Whitemarsh.
How about that? There you go. Plymouth Whitemarsh as we get again some looks at some out-of-state opponents
And they have been in this tournament before and usually a pretty good team. Foul, by the way, was on number 15, Caroline Dotsey, her second. Team's fourth, no fouls yet for Caravel.
This could be Plymouth underneath us right now, I believe, walking.
Yeah.
Catching some game before they head and get ready for their upcoming matchup against the home team literally here today. That's Tatnall.
They are the home team. Well, home cooking.
27-25 now, just one 2-point ball game. Here's Newman on the baseline. Good defense. Stock, bounce pass inside to Dotsey. Salvo had a hand on it, couldn't pull it out, and then Dotsey fadeaway jumper off the mark into the hands of Wilkins.
And Nick, you see what Caravel's able to double team inside and just leave the guards alone and put a little extra pressure on the bigs.
Price passed up on the three. Amaya Johnson did not. She knocks down the triple for Caravel. Then at the active hands in the backcourt defensively was Johnson. A little too aggressive, going to get called for the hold on Eberhardt.
Coach Caldwell. It fouls on Amaya Johnson. The ball inbounded, you see right in front of Coach Kristen Caldwell.
Here's
Dangerous pass
Carpenter at
there.
the high post. Again, she's been one of their go-tos. Eberhardt to the corner. Newman wide open for three. This one long once again, but there's Eberhardt. Second chance is good. And Mike, we've seen it, the Fords timeout after the bucket here for Haverford, but they're getting most of their points on the offensive glass or down low underneath in the post.
And that was the first person not named Carpenter or Dotson to get a point. That goes to Anaya Eberhardt. I had to find the first name. Sorry about that. I forgot there for a second. And Nick, Caravel, I think, has really turned the tide here, but it's still only a 3-point lead for the Bucks. So Haverford just hanging in there. They're shorthanded. They weren't having any luck on the outside. I think that's their first jumper from that was on the edge of the
I wouldn't
of the
even
key.
consider it.
That was more like a 12-footer. So they haven't made a 3-pointer here tonight. Caravel's made a few. So I think Haverford's doing a great job hanging in there. A little bit of adversity there, fighting today.
Yeah, those 3 6-footers underneath doing works here tonight for the Fords from Haverford, keeping them well and in this game. Again, just a 3-point ball game. And Mike, you literally just said it. They don't have a jump shot yet. So that's very interesting to see. But they're
doing
still
a great
right
job.
here.
They're doing a great job on the offensive boards.
And that's what's kept them in it. Their work on the offensive glass and
there's
some
Caroline
post
Dotsey
work,
right there,
early in the quarter.
15. Going down, play a little defense.
And again, we talked about Molly Carpenter, the junior 6-footer
Yeah,
center.
there's the 3 bigs right there, Nick.
And she again has been quiet here in the second half. Came out on fire in the first, and again their main scorer has been number 15, Caroline Dotsey.
All
30-27, Mike. We're back in action under 3 minutes. Third quarter, India Johnston over to Salvo. Salvo hit a 3 earlier in the game.
Nick, we're just happy you came down here before you hit the dinner room before before this game.
Wilkins out top. Johnson wants another 3. That one almost went. Hung on the rim for a second, and now the other way come the Fords. India Johnson almost came up with the steal. Leads to a Newman jumper in the baseline.
I think they're going to get a foul underneath.
Yeah, it might be Panato, her
looks
third.
Like they're going to call Riley Panato. Initially, I thought it was going to be in Haverford, but I'm looking into a 4-inch monitor. That's really the only foul trouble to speak of in this game.
Yeah, it's been good. Even our first game, not too many fouls there as well. As Eberhardt tries to inbound and going to be out of bounds. I believe she bounced past it out of bounds before. It touched out on the inbound, actually, I believe. Either way, good defense underneath by Salvo and company to group up underneath, and it was almost able to force it in, but Caravel gets the turnover.
The Bucks, a little bit of a slow start, but they really have, they're not shooting the lights out, but they're doing well, and they're playing good defense here, really good defense.
A lot of pump fakes on this possession for Caravel. The drive by Salvo, and
player
they're
control,
get it.
baby.
Yeah, they got it. As Carpenter had her feet set underneath. She takes the fall, and a good job of taking the charge by number 33 in white.
Molly Carpenter, Big's doing a good job there, not getting in foul trouble today for Haverford.
That's a great point, Mike. And usually in a game like this, that's where all your action's coming from, and that's where most of your offense is surrounded by. Also, you get a couple fouls down there, but they've done a great job as right. Good call there. And
I'm sure the coach is impressed upon them. There's not a lot of reinforcements.
Yeah, these 5 have been out on the floor most of the game for the Fords. 1:45 remaining, 3-point lead, a tie-up now here up top with Carpenter and Crawford, and that's going to give the ball right back to Caravel here with 1:43 to work with. Still a lot of basketball left in this one.
Nia Price checking in. And the other thing, not to harp too much on Mass, but Haverford, I'm sure, has not played with them this season.
That's a good point too. Like, you're on fire tonight.
Yeah, I've seen girls out there, getting used to pulling them up and making sure they're up. And the Caravel kids are like, this is like sewed onto my face. So.
We had a warning earlier on Haverford, and that's exactly why. Good closeout by Ryan Dotsey. And
Nice
now
block.
lofts it up ahead. Tries to get it Eberhardt to Newman. She does, but she's going to pull it back. No numbers for Haverford. Now it's Caroline Dotsey. She's going to get it, let it fly, and knock
nice
it down.
shot.
And she's been impressive.
Quick release from Caroline Dotsey, and there's the first 3-pointer of the night. And it came from Caroline Dotsey. So if she warms up from outside, look out. That ties. Oh, it's 30-29. It was only 2.
Yeah, now she gets the own rebound here.
I
Mike
thought it was a
taking it the other
3-pointer,
way.
Nick. I was
Foot
all
on the line.
excited, but
Yeah,
it
it
was
was
only
close.
a 2-pointer, long 2.
Deepest shot, though, of the ball game.
It was definitely.
For the Fords.
I think she must have had a foot on that 3-point line.
And now she's calling for it again. Gets it inside. Layup attempt hung on the rim. No. How about
Gets
the
her own
second chance?
rebound.
Yes, and Mike, she's lived on the offensive glass tonight. And
Back
the 2
in
there.
front,
And
the Fords.
yeah, Fords get the lead back. As now Caravel Bucks working it around. Impressive performance by the Dotseys. Now here's Wilkins trying to get by Caroline Dotsey. Steps
How about
inside. What a
Taylor
move
Wilkins?
by Taylor Wilkins. 32.
9 points in the quarter, by the way, for Caroline Dotsey.
How about that? Keeping them in it. 32-31. Last shot here looks to be in the possession of the Fords. 9 seconds for Newman. Gets in the paint,
Somebody
tipped
got
out
a
of
piece
play.
of that, right?
Yep, absolutely right. So that'll stay down here, Mike. 5.1 seconds.
Taylor Wilkins up to 10 for the game.
Here comes Panato for the
That shot.
defensive
Nick,
reinforcement.
what a day, 32-31. What a game we've had here.
Right, 2 back-to-back ones. Ceremony mixed in between. So Carpenter will inbound, Mike.
And
5
a meatball
seconds.
sandwich, can't forget
And
that.
a meatball sandwich. Carpenter to Newman. Trying to get it to Dotsey with a few seconds to work with. They do off the glass. It's short.
Oh, tried that little swat at it at the end. Not enough strength in the right arm to get it up there, but a great finish for the Fords as they came back, Nick, and cut it to 1.
32-31. Caravel on top. We're heading to fourth quarter action. It's going to be a good one. Make sure you stay with us right here on Delaware Live Sports.
Welcome to Premier Physical Therapy and Sports Performance. We're a locally owned outpatient physical therapy practice with convenient locations in all 3 counties in Delaware. At Premier, we have experienced physical therapists with advanced credentials, but their hospitality, passion, and enthusiasm is what makes the difference for you. Find our convenient locations at premierptsp.com.
You may have tried physical therapy.
But have you tried Premier? Welcome to Premier Physical Therapy and Sports Performance. We're a locally owned outpatient physical therapy practice with convenient locations in all 3 counties in Delaware. At Premier, we have experienced physical therapists with advanced credentials, but their hospitality, passion, and enthusiasm is what makes the difference for you. Find our convenient locations at premierptsp.com.
You may have tried physical therapy.
But have you tried Premier? Welcome to Premier Physical Therapy and Sports Performance. We're a locally owned outpatient physical therapy practice with convenient locations.
And welcome back inside Delaware Live Sports. Nick Allison journey alongside Mike Lang and Jason Winchell. Mike, we are through 3 quarters of action here at the Diamond State. Game number 2 between Caravel and Haverford, and a 32-31 back and forth it's been all game long. Caravel on top by 1 as we enter fourth quarter action.
Yeah, and I'm looking here at 6, 14, 18, 19 points for Caroline Dotsey tonight.
Wow.
To lead the way. 6 each for her sister Ryan and Molly Carpenter.
Of 31 points. Dude, think about that. That's
wait a
pretty.
minute. Though I got 2 for Nia Eberhardt. I gave 2 to somebody who didn't deserve 2.
Well, that's only 2 for the backcourt. We know that. And Haverford, again, had most of their success so far in this one underneath. And those
the important thing is I don't have to write a story on this, so we're good.
those 3 girls have been phenomenal as they try to work it here out of the high post. Dotsey to Dotsey. This one's Ryan on the drive. Layup too short. Couldn't get it up there.
Just ran out of real estate and tried to force it up.
And quickly the other way is Caravel. What a pass off to Crawford from Wilkins. The layup, though, too strong.
Caravel back in action here on, what is today? Today's Monday. They're back here, I think, on Wednesday. No, Thursday night.
Another travel against the backcourt from Haverford. We've seen our fair share of them here so far in this matchup. Pump fake on the three. And now Caravel back with possession, 7:20 to go, 32-31 ball game. The Bucks on top by 1. Johnson tried to get a Panado, stolen away from Carpenter. Can she go coast to coast? Nope, India Johnson has steal number 5 as she brings it past half court. Kicks over to Salvo. A lot of room for a 3. She'll take it, almost got it. And a rebound in the hands of Caroline Dotsey.
Nice open look there. Good job by India with the steal.
Ball movement now here for the Fords.
I see a little more pep in the Ford step in the last couple of minutes.
Dotsey, what a pretty move, and 1 for number 15 in white, Caroline Dotsey, and she continues her stellar performance here in game number 2 of the Diamond State.
Unbelievable play there.
Able to hang, show off, and use the length to finger roll that in with contact was Caroline Dotsey. That bucket gives the Fords the lead back. Free throw is good, and she's been fantastic. 34-32 now. Haverford back on top by 2. And Mike, they've hit just 1 jump shot, or 2 now after the Dotsey one earlier in the ball game.
Yeah, that's 4 fouls on Riley Panado.
Baseline is Johnston trying to take it into her own hands here. That one short, and now right on the defensive end goes India Johnston.
And rebound, of course, by Caroline Dotsey, because she's done just about everything tonight.
Called back for it. It was stolen by Salvo, and now she'll go 2-on-1 the other way. Good defense from Carpenter. She blocks it out of play.
Yeah, two players back, Everhard and Carpenter. Good job there by Molly Carpenter to get in there and just swat it free.
6:28 remaining, and it's a 1-possession ball game. Caravel now down by 2. Johnson on the inbound, wants 3, in and out. Wilkins, though, going to haul in the offensive rebound.
She's 1 on 3, basically inside, so good job to kick it out.
Leads to another 3, and that's a huge shot from Anaya Price.
Anaya Price.
Her 3rd field goal, 2nd three-pointer tonight. Lead right back in the hands of the Bucks. Back and forth we go. 6 minutes to go, 35-34. Here's Carpenter stuck up top, kicks to the corner. Newman drives, throws it up there off the glass. Too strong, rebound to Taylor Wilkins. Up ahead is India Johnston. 1-on-1 with Carpenter. She's fouled. 2 free throws coming for India Johnston.
Good job by the Bucks. They seem to have been inspired by that little run by Haverford after the 3-pointer for Price. India's back at the line.
Last minute or so has been exciting here at Tatnall High School. Haverford came back, took the lead. Caravel takes it right back on a 3 from Anaya Price, and now India Johnston at the free throw line, and that first one is pure as it gets.
She doesn't miss many. I wish I had my highlights from last year loaded with some shots that India made last year. Unbelievable.
2 for 2 from the line. Gotta love that if you're Coach Kristen Caldwell knocking down your free throws. And now still a 1-possession game, but lead back to 3, 37-34 as we're under 6 minutes, and the clock yet to get started here.
And they noticed.
Maybe about 10 or so seconds.
So
But who's counting?
Haverford took a brief lead there, but the 3-pointer from Price, and then two free throws from India Johnston, 5 straight. So we're from 34-32 to 35-34, and now 37-34.
A sub for Haverford. We'll get our first look at McKenna Walsh, the small forward, and don't blink, there goes India Johnston on the inbound steal and 2. Steal number 6 for India Johnston, and a 39-34 5-point lead now for the Caravel Bucks over the Haverford Forwards. 5:40 remaining here at the Diamond State Classic.
A little Grand Theft basketball by India Johnston. That's something, we've been kind of spoiled watching her play for this is her 5th season, I believe, on the varsity.
I remember her playing as an 8th grader and freshman for Caravel, again, in that championship game just a few years ago. I believe when Lauren Hill hit the baseline jumper. Was that against Caravel to win the game at the buzzer?
I believe so, and did they also?
Right, Jay?
Did they play
Lauren Hill's floater at the baseline was against Caravel in the state championship to win that game? Lauren Park Hill, yep, excuse me. I know she added a hill on there at Seton Hall,
and then
I believe. Yeah, one of my favorite players in girls' history to watch, Lauren.
Did
Lauren
they also
Park.
they lost to Conrad, I believe, the year before
Yes.
on the
That's right.
the
Collegiate.
overtime game, the putback by Alyssa Fayville. So
Alyssa
Caravel, a
Fayville.
little heartbreak for Caravel.
You know,
but
Benny has his pest of the game. Alyssa Fayville is the pest, the pest of the decade.
I think she'll take that in a good way.
Oh, absolutely! In terms of her defensive ability, she was all over the field, all over the field and the court. You name it. What an athlete Alyssa Fayville was. Alyssa Fayville getting some love here, and Conrad getting some love on the broadcast.
Alyssa, I believe, is it Kutztown or Bloomsburg, one of the state universities in Pennsylvania, and I think she's still playing volleyball.
Great
and her
athlete.
mom Jen still coaching volleyball over at Conrad.
Now here we go, back to the task at hand. That's Haverford and Caravel girls basketball, 39-34 with 5.5 minutes to go, and they set the first play up right out of the timeout for Caroline Dotsy, and she converts right on cue.
Well, it's not a bad move. Dotsy's done it all tonight, and why not set it up your best player?
Drive that time once again for India Johnston. The shot wouldn't go, so 2 more free throws on the way, though. And India Johnston starting to take the game over a little bit here late. Still a one-possession ball game, though, but a chance to extend that here.
She'll live at that free throw line if you let her. Dotsy with 5 points here in the fourth quarter. Swish for India Johnston. So Johnston 3, 9, 11, 13, 14 points for India Johnston so far. And make it 15 for India Johnston.
And that's when they needed them, 41-36. Now 5-point game, Mike, with 5 to go. Still anyone's ball game here.
Yeah, we've seen some quick swings here, and I would not count Haverford out of this one. They're only down 5. The only thing is they really haven't hit a three-pointer tonight, so they're going to have to do some work inside.
Not one. And here's Carpenter. Cross court over to Eberhardt. She's going to tee one up and let it fly. And how about that, Mike?
What do we know, right?
Right on there, Mike Lang.
She must have heard us.
Knocks down the 3, and just like that, a 2-point game, 41-39. Johnston, though, don't blink. Baseline floater wouldn't go. Taylor Wilkins with another rebound. Johnston might not have been able to establish herself in bounds.
The carry's called. Eberhard now with 5 points, and those are 3 big points for her.
Huge. Her first, 5 after she hit the mid-range jumper earlier as well. So 2 out of the 3 jump shots coming from Eberhard. 4:30 to go. 1-possession ball game.
Yeah, they've been eating their lunch inside and maybe looking for a little dessert.
Here's McKenna Walsh. Johnson almost picking off that pass as it lands in the hands of Newman. As they kind of just passed it back and forth. Looks like Newman didn't want it back. She'll have it anyway. Around the Carpenter screen, stops her dribble, gets it to Carpenter, top of the key. Back to Eberhardt, same spot, this time another 3, no good, but who else is there? It's Caroline Dotsy. Second chance won't go, but then it's McKenna Walsh, who's fouled by Panato. That should be her 5th personal. And that might be the last moment of the ball game for Riley Panato. Yeah, it is. So 4:03 still on the clock, still 41-39. And now 2 free throws coming for number 12, McKenna Walsh, who has yet to find the score sheet here so far.
That's correct. If she hits these 2, it's a brand new ball game.
Very fortunate our first 2 games here at the Diamond State have been great ones.
Yeah, this has been a fun day.
As the first free throw, nothing but net. I was saying knocking down the free throws here as of late, both teams.
This young lady looks like she knows what she's doing at the free throw line here, Nick.
Chance to tie it up with this one. Up and in, 2 for 2, 41 all with 4 minutes to go. What a good one we got. When you're tied up with 4 minutes to play.
5 straight.
Can't ask for much more, and you said it, 5-0 run for Haverford. Here's India Johnson now bringing it up as the primary ball handler of this possession for Caravel. Goes around the Wilkins screen, and they got Taylor Wilkins for a moving screen, and now a chance to extend the 5-0 run here for Haverford and even get the lead back as we tick under 4.
Both teams now with 16 fouls. Next one, they'll send them to the line for a 1-on-1. With 3:42 to go. Just a really entertaining game here today, back and forth.
And there's
really
India Johnston.
Like this one.
Steal number 6, the layup. She's fouled by Eberhardt. And India Johnston has been phenomenal here on the defensive side of the floor. We obviously expect the offense to come, but 6 steals and that's unofficial. Could maybe have 7. Just great anticipation and great active hands from India Johnston.
It's a special player. I just hope that the basketball fans here in Delaware realize what an outstanding talent, a superlative talent we've seen the last 5 years, as she makes me look bad. If she misses that free throw, but she's got one more coming. But the Towson Tigers have an outstanding player heading their way next year. She'll be plying her trade at the Bob Carpenter Center once a year.
Yes, she will, and they're going to be very lucky to have her. Would like to see her in a Blue Hen uniform as that shot is up. And they're going to go all charge. Great defense by Amaya Johnson underneath, I believe, to establish herself. Or did they call a foul?
That looks like.
Oh, they called it on to. I thought they gave the charge.
So it's going to be a one-on-one. There's that. It's going to be a 2-shot foul. I'm sorry. Or what do they call it? No, they did call a charge, Nick.
Yeah, again, we were confused. We thought it was offensive, then thought it was defensive. Either way, it was offensive.
All the players are lined up at the free throw line and around the key.
41-41, 3:27 to go. Salvo in the corner and pump fake, and too much of a pump on that fake. And an extra step.
See Dad sitting right in front of us? I hope we get one more game like this tonight. It'd be kind of awesome.
Yeah, right, round it out with the trifecta. Why not? 41-41, 3:14. Both teams looking to break this tie late in the 4th. Johnson almost comes up with steal number 7.
She's so quick, and she
leads to a
anticipates so
Dotsy
well.
mid-range, and great defense by Caravel to force up that shot, and now they get another chance here on the offensive end.
India Johnson sees things before they happen and enables her to get that step on people and anticipate steals, and that one she just missed.
Ryan Dotsy back in the game for McKenna Walsh, and again, Eberhardt and Newman have been the backcourt this entire ball game. For Haverford, Darty came in for about a minute early in the first quarter and then left, and haven't seen her since as Newman almost steps in front of that pass in front of India Johnston. Ball, though, out of play after the tip. Will stay down this end with the Bucks.
Can't be making any mistakes here.
Under 3, 41 up here at Tatnall High School. Game 2 of the Diamond State Classic. As they look for India Johnston. Here comes the trap and the double team. Going to kick it back up top. Amaya thought about it. Will step in. Gets it to Wilkins on the baseline. Puts it on the floor. Driving. Floater off the mark. But battling underneath was Crawford. But there's Carpenter who's able to pull it away.
Wilkins made a nice move. Just couldn't get the roll. And then Molly Carpenter. She's been there all day. Long
That's be a big
distance.
3 for Newman. Couldn't get it. Carpenter, though, battling underneath. Leads to a Ryan Dotsy 3. Caroline Dotsy going to catch it out of the air and finish for the forwards.
Picks up her sister with that big rebound and putback.
43-41, 2:07. A cutting Josiah Crawford. What a look up ahead from Amaya Johnson. And just like that, back up tied we are, this time at 43. Timeout. Pelican and the Haverford forwards.
30, so we'll keep it here.
43-43, 30-second timeout. We have ticked under 2 minutes, Mike, and what a ball game we have here at Tatnall High School.
Yeah, I mean, it bounced right back on that Josiah Crawford score right after Caroline. Dotsy and Nick, just a reminder, we're going to try to get our player of the game up here after, but we're still tied with 1:55 to go. We don't know who the player of the game is going to be.
Exactly. That's a good point, Mike. Could be anybody here. We could have a buzzer beater. Could have anything. And our guy, obviously, Jason Winchell, reminding us 1 timeout for Haverford, 5 for the Caravel Bucks.
5. Kristen has not called a timeout tonight, huh?
No.
A lot of veteran leadership on that team for the Buccaneers.
1:55 remaining, 43-43. Anything can happen here in the final 2 minutes, and it's been a good one throughout. As they get it into Eberhardt. Good defense by Caravel. Dotsy, though, still ends up with it. Passes it to her sister, Ryan Dotsy, and she got an extra step or 2 in. And I believe they it was a turnover regardless. It was a travel. Not sure if that's what they called, but it was a turnover.
Looked like a travel. Looked like Ryan Dotchie just got a little indecisive whether she wanted to put it up right away and she just took a step while she was thinking. That's going to be a travel.
And it was. So back-to-back turnovers, one for each team here.
I think that was the right call by the official there. I think Wilkins just took a little step.
Well, Mike, 43-43. A minute and a half to play.
Sorry, McKenna Walsh back in.
Walsh will check back in for Ryan Dotsie. Here's the pressure from the Bucks, poked away for the second, but Eberhardt going to corral it here. A minute and a half to go. We're all tied up at 43.
Buckle your seatbelts.
Going for Dotsie. They get it to her inside, and there's going to be a whistle on the floor. And it's going to go against Josiah Crawford. And that's going to lead to free throws for the Fords.
Yep, by that young lady right there. And that looks like Caroline Dotsie. And she's been a busy young lady today. But it's a one-on-one, so the ball is live.
And it's no good. Wilkins gets the rebound. A big missing rebound for the Bucks here. So we're still all tied up, 117 and ticking. They get it to Amaya Johnson. She thought about it. Yes, she did. And now it's India.
We've seen India shoot from there about 30 feet away.
She wants a clear out here, calling for the screen from Wilkins. She'll go around it. Takes two defenders with her. Baseline floater, though, short.
What a right idea by India Johnson on that play. Just everything but the finish.
So 54 seconds, no shot clock, tied up at 43. And almost stolen by Amaya Johnson. Now they feed it to Dotsie, who's stuck in the paint. Will turn around and fire. Short rebound right back to Dotsie. Her follow, though, is good off the glass. A big putback for number 15, Caroline Dotsie, in the lead now to the Fords.
It's been here all day long. So impressive. There's a timeout for Caravel, but Caroline Dotsie, unbelievable day she's had today. Right now, that young lady right there, her bucket has her team ahead by 2 points, 45-43. On the 32nd timeout here.
You said it. What a series of events that time. And Haverford, as we talked about throughout the game, has done a phenomenal job on the offensive glass. It's never one shot and done for the Fords on offense. They are battling down there, creating second chance opportunities, and they did so just then with Caroline Dotsie, who was able to get her own rebound, put it back up. And again, as we talked about, Caravel having a hard time matching up. They still got 2 or 3 girls down there, and it just doesn't seem to matter when they've got 3 6-footers on the other end.
Yeah, I have Dotsie with 26.
Oh my
goodness!
goodness!
Double check. I think I did give somebody an extra bucket at some point. Now it all adds up somewhere. Somewhere my math is wrong. I am not a math major.
And nor am I. Communications.
Yeah.
My grandfather, though, a math teacher, not be happy to hear that. He was a math teacher. Here we go, 35 seconds, 2-point lead for Haverford. They set it up. Amaya Johnson's three is way off the mark, tipped around and into the hands of Josiah Crawford, who finds Wilkins in the paint, and that one just missing. In and out, and then a foul from Crawford in the backcourt. So Caravel almost found their way into a basket there. The shot, though, wouldn't go, and 24 seconds on the clock, Mike. Still a 2-point game, but now some free throws upcoming for the Fords.
Bucks had some chances there and just couldn't get the shot to fall. They kind of started the game the same way, Nick, not able to hit some shots. That really is that is past, you know. So they are. It's just a shot there that wouldn't go. And Eberhardt, who I kind of liked the way she's
been good,
tonight.
especially in the fourth quarter.
Misses
Free throw
the front
though
end.
wouldn't go. Tie up underneath for the for the rebound. Excuse me. Is
that should be a 2-shot foul,
yes,
shooting foul.
Caroline Dotsie once again was unable to be boxed out underneath. Taylor Wilkins had a fiery start to the ball game. She did have a good game throughout, but nobody has been able to stop Caroline Dotsie on the glass or even down on the block when she has the basketball. Again, you mentioned it, 26 points for number 15, and a chance to add on here. And some big free throws upcoming. Shot wouldn't go. Rebound to Eberhardt. And I was with you.
One-on-one.
Eberhardt, though, fouled this time. And
The
now
offensive
she'll
rebound.
go back.
Offensive rebounds have been huge for the Fords.
Again, once again. I mean, it's literally been unbelievable for Haverford. They have, again, we don't have official statistics in terms of rebounding. If we did, the numbers would be astronomical.
Now this is a two-shot foul because that was the 10th team foul, but I thought that was a two-shot foul the last time. Here's Eberhard.
Still a chance to be a one-possession ball game, but Eberhard has had a sweet stroke here late in this one for the Fours, knocking down a mid-range, a 3-ball, and now some free throws. As the lead is at 3 with 17 to go, big free throw here for Eberhard.
That's a huge one.
Like it was nothing, 2 for 2 from the line. 4-point ball game, 47-43. Bucks going to have to get to work.
They don't need a 3, but they need to shoot fast.
It's going to be a 3 for Amaya Johnson off the rim. Rebound to Haverford. That's Eberhard, a foul in the backcourt, and that might do it. With 7 seconds left on the clock, Haverford in the double bonus. They lead by 4, and more free throws coming for Nia Eberhard.
Yeah, just the shots just didn't fall at the end there for the Bucks.
And count the free throw. Mike, you're right. She's been great here as of late. Eberhard Carpenter as well, battling underneath for rebounds from Caroline Dotsey, and obviously India Johnston doing her thing as we grown accustomed to seeing her do, but not going to be enough for the Bucks here tonight with 3 on the clock. Crawford will fire it up at the buzzer, and that won't go. And the Haverford Fords take down the Caravel Buccaneers 48-43. Haverford improves to 3-1 on the year, and Caravel falls to 4-3. And what a game it was as Caroline Dotsey. Mike, I'd be hard-pressed to see if you had another player of the game. Who do you got?
No, and that's going to be it. Nick, I'm going to run and get her. We're going to get her microphone while we take a little break here, and we're going to be back. We're going to try to get Caroline Dotsey, our player of the game.
High school athletics is not what it used to be. The sporting goods industry has been disrupted, adding to coach and athletic director daily challenges. BSN Sports stands ready to change the fundamentals of our industry, giving our customers the advantages they need right now. Your dedicated local sales pro is supported with nationwide team service, including sport and category experts. Get the look of D1 colleges and pro teams with our program that streamlines ordering your staff apparel, player gear, and fanwear. Stretch your budget with our fundraising solution. Free and ready in minutes. Our campus branding products are perfect for boosting school and team pride. BSN Sports has the advantages you need right now. High school athletics is not what it used to be. The sporting goods industry has been disrupted, adding to coach and athletic director daily challenges. BSN Sports stands ready to change the fundamentals of our industry, giving our customers the advantages they need right now. Your dedicated local sales pro is supported with nationwide team service, including sport and category experts. Get the look of D1 colleges and pro teams with our program that streamlines ordering your staff apparel, player gear, and fanwear. Stretch your budget with our fundraising solution. Free and ready in minutes. Our campus branding products are perfect for boosting school and team pride. BSN Sports has the advantages you need right now. High school.
And welcome back inside Delaware Live Sports. Nick Alessandrini, Mike Lang, and Jason Winchell now joined by our MVP of our second game of the Diamond State Classic from the Haverford Fords in a big win over Caravel Academy, Caroline Dotsey. Caroline, thank you for joining us after your fantastic performance out there in our second game of the tournament. 30 points for you, the MVP. What was working for you out there today? And obviously, you know, a little different for you guys coming to Delaware to play in the Diamond State Classic. What was kind of the vibe in the locker room or with the team, knowing that you're going to travel down, maybe play some teams you haven't played before, a little bit of a different environment with all that's going on? How'd the team feel coming on the trip down here to play? Now, obviously, we don't have official statistics for rebounds, but you were living on the offensive glass, just the glass in general, on both sides of the floor. What was working for you rebounding-wise, and how were you able to find those opportunities to put some of those putbacks right back in? Absolutely. Again, you got a phenomenal performance from your team here today over Caravel, one of the better teams here in Delaware, and able to come in. I know you guys are dealing with some injuries and a short team. I believe, 8 or 9 girls here making the trip to play in there. And how are you guys able to do that with such little depth in a tournament here against a team that's been able to put some more bodies out on the floor? Absolutely, and that's great. Again, Caroline Dotsey, thanks so much for joining us. Before we let you go, you're MVP of game number 2. Any shout-outs, anything you'd like to share with the viewers at home after your phenomenal 30-point performance in the win here today? Awesome. Well, thanks so much, Caroline. We really appreciate it. Good job today. And 30 points and an abundance of rebounds and a big win for the Haverford Fords over the Caravel Bucks. Thank you so much, Caroline. And that'll do it here for our broadcast on Delaware Live Sports. Nick Alessandrini, Mike Lang, and Jason Winchell. We're going to take a break. When we come back, Mike and Jay are going to have our final game of the slate here between Tatnall and Plymouth Whitemarsh right here on Delaware Live Sports. Don't go anywhere.